Hi, I'm Keith, a technician with USACLEAN for over 11 years. And this beauty right here is a floorcare.biz x15B auto scrubber. Now in these short video series, we're gonna show you how to properly maintain this machine to minimize the cost and need of sending a service tech. Okay, so we need to replace the vac motor on your X15B. First step, go ahead and remove your brush and your squeegee assembly, which we've already done. Now, I do want to point out that this repair is a little more extensive than the repairs we've done in the past, but if you have the tools and the time, you can definitely pull this off yourself. Tools required to do this job, you're going to need a drill with a Phillips head drill bit. If you don't have one, you can use a regular Phillips head screwdriver. You're going to need a small flathead screwdriver. You're also going to need a 13mm wrench. Now, you can use a 6mm Allen wrench, or you can use the 6mm Allen wrench with your drill bit accessory that I have. It just makes the job a little faster. You're going to need a pair of needle nose pliers, and you're going to need a pair of wire cutters. Now, last but not least, you're going to need a couple of zip ties. Now, what you want to do is remove the 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 screws from the shroud so we can get the shroud off. Okay, now this screw down here at the bottom, this is the screw that you use to adjust your squeegee assembly and your brush. Just keeping that in mind. Okay, now you can just simply lift up on your shroud and set that down. So now that we have the shroud off, what we're going to want to do here is remove the brush deck from the machine to expose your back motor. Now to do this, we have 3 6mm Allen head screws that are nutted on the opposite side. One is on one side and there's 2 on the other side. So we need to remove those. Okay, to make this job a little simpler, we're going to go ahead and remove these 2 brackets here so we can pull these cords out of the way, just to make it easier to get to the nuts on your bolts. Okay, now we're going to remove the 6mm Allen head bolts. What you want to do, I went ahead and switched my drill out to a 6mm Allen head drill bit. Just makes it quicker for me. You just need a 6mm Allen head, and go ahead and 13mm wrench on the nuts. Okay, now what we're gonna do, we got this loosened up quite a bit, is we're just gonna let that nut drop. Just be sure not to lose it, because it's real tricky to get in there and hold on to that nut with your fingers. Go ahead and remove your 6mm Allen head bolts. And now we're going to take off the other side. Now you may think that with removing the Allen head bolts that the deck is just going to drop. Well, there are 2 bushings also holding the deck to the machine. So we need to take those bushings out. So all you really need to do is take a flathead screwdriver and push the bushings in towards the deck. Just brace the deck and push in and let those bushings fall. Just don't lose them. Now your brush deck is free to be dropped out of the machine. Now this is kind of where it gets a little tricky. What you're gonna need to do is support the brush deck to pull it out and brace it. So I've got a little block of wood, set it right in front there. Now, these are the bushings that we were talking about. So you can go ahead and take these out, set them off to the side, just don't lose them. With the brush deck supported, your vac motor is now exposed. Now what we're going to need to do is cut a couple of zip ties right here so that we can unplug the vac motor. Now, unplug the vac motor. And now we can remove the vac motor from the brush deck. Now, just another little key point out, if you want to, while you're in here, go ahead and check your connection for your brush motor as well. Give it a once over and make sure it's, okay and not damaged or anything. Okay, now we have to remove the vac motor. You've got 2 clips on each side of the vac motor holding it to the brush deck. Now take a Phillips head screwdriver and remove these screws. Now with the 2 clips removed, we can lift up on the vac motor and take it off. Now at this point in time, you can take off the shroud around your vac motor. Go ahead and replace it if it's damaged or anything. Clean it if it's dirty, but set your vac motor off to the side. Okay, now we have the new vac motor placed where it needs to be. Make sure that your Packard plug is on the right side where you plug in your vac motor. And your foam shroud, if you had needed to replace it or anything like that, is back on your vac motor as well. Now take your clips and place them back, screwing them down onto the deck. Okay, now go ahead and plug your vac motor back in. Take your wires and your plugs, kind of tuck them away neatly. Now what you need to do is get yourself a couple zip ties and zip tie the wires back together just so that it stays in place. So with the bottom zip tie, what we like to do here is take the zip tie around the bottom of the Packard plug and then feed it through your clip. Now that just ensures that it's gonna stay right where it needs to. Now, cut off the excess zip tie. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna line up the hole on the brush deck with the hole in the machine and then insert your bushing. And that will help keep the brush deck into the machine. Next, we're gonna take our 6mm Allen head bolts and the nuts and insert them into the bushing on the side of the machine. Now to make this a little easier, I got a pair of needle nose pliers. I'm going to go ahead and just get that nut started. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Next step, all we gotta do is tighten the bolts and nuts down. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the brackets back on here that hold these wires in place. I went ahead and switched out my drill to my Phillips head because from here on out, all we're gonna need is a Phillips head drill bit or a Phillips head screwdriver. So while we have all this exposed, we can go ahead and take a look at the hoses as well. So sometimes your solution line, your solution hoses get damaged. This one actually is damaged. So in order to replace it, all you have to do is pull it off on each end, your solenoid, pull it off, get your new hose, put it back on, and you're done. All right, now we're going to mount the deck shroud onto the deck. Now, one thing I wanted to point out were there are the 5 little holes on the top side of your deck shroud, and there are mounts on the bottom side of your deck. Now, these got to line up because that's where your screws go in. So with the shroud in place, you want to go ahead and just put back in the 5 screws. The only thing left to do right now is to put your squeegee assembly and your brush back on. And you are done. You just replaced a vac motor on your X15B. Once again, my name is Keith. For all the parts listed in today's video, plus thousands of diagrams and how-to repair guides, be sure to click the link in the description below or visit us on the web at USACLEAN.com. Stay safe and thanks for watching.